Namaste everyone. I am Janvi Singh from class 10th A and I am presenting my multidisciplinary project. And topic of my project is deforestation. In this presentation, we will know what is deforestation, history of deforestation, causes of deforestation, effects of deforestation and how to control deforestation. Deforestation is the removal of a forest or stand of trees from land which is then converted to a non-forest use. Deforestation can involve conversion of forest land to farms, ranches, or urban use. The most concentrated deforestation occurs in tropical rainforests. The primary driver of deforestation is the expansion of agriculture. Trees are cut down for use as building material, timber, or sold as fuel, while cleared land is used as pasture for livestock and agricultural crops. History of deforestation. Thousands of years ago, forests and grasslands covered most of the earth. Although deforestation first became a serious concern in the 1950s, it has been an issue since humans began making fires hundreds of thousands of years ago. The extinction of plants and animals due to deforestation has occurred for thousands of years. Deforestation continues to be an increasingly serious problem due to the world's rapidly growing population and demands on valuable resources. Causes of deforestation. About 31% of Earth's land surface is covered by forests. As we are now very familiar with the word deforestation, here are some direct and indirect causes of deforestation. Agriculture expansion 80%, new constructions 15%, urbanization 5%. Agriculture expansion. The overwhelming direct cause of deforestation is agriculture. According to a report, 33% of agriculture caused deforestation is a consequence of subsistence agriculture, such as local peasant agriculture in developing countries. Subsistence farming is responsible for 48% of deforestation. Commercial agriculture is responsible for 32%, logging is responsible for 14%, and fuel wood removals make up 5%. New constructions. The construction of human infrastructures has also been given deforestation. More specifically, 10% of deforestation can be attributed to new infrastructures that serve the current human lifestyle in three main ways: transportation, transformation, and energy generation. On one hand, roads, rails, ports, or airports have been built to move all sorts of goods, either directly to trade centers or to transformation sites. Roads arrive to allow transporting fruits to other regions. And while some goods are collected manually, others such as coal, oil, natural gas, dairy require the construction of large extraction. Urbanization. The populational shift that is leading people to move from rural areas to urban area is also contributing to deforestation. This urban growth is leading to an exponential growth of housing and consumption sites. And as cities become larger, so they can host more people. They challenge the natural boundaries surrounding them, often leading to deforestation. Effects of deforestation. Deforestation is day by day increasing and causing severe effects on whole economy. Here are some effects due to deforestation. Effect on water cycle, greenhouse gas emissions, soil erosion, biodiversity losses, effect on local people. Effect on water cycle. The water cycle is also affected by deforestation. Trees extract groundwater through their roots and release it into the atmosphere. When part of a forest is removed, the trees no longer transpire this water, resulting in a much drier climate. Deforestation reduces the content of water in the soil and groundwater as well as atmospheric moisture. The dry soil leads to lower water intake for the trees to extract. Greenhouse gas emissions. Deforestation leads to the emission of greenhouse gas. Gases such as methane and carbon dioxide trap heat in Earth's atmosphere, leading change in climate. Trees absorb the carbon dioxide and release oxygen and water into the atmosphere, and it contributes to global warming. The carbon cycle is also disrupted due to the reduction of trees for carbon dioxide absorption. Soil erosion. Cutting down on trees leads to clearance of forest, and so soil erosion occurs. Exposures of the soil to the sun's heat dries up the moisture inside the soil. Nutrients evaporate and it affects the bacteria that help to break down organic matter. Due to this, rain washes the soil surfaces and erosion takes place. Large amount of soil wash into local streams and rivers and cause damage to hydroelectric structures and irrigation infrastructures. Biodiversity loses. Deforestation alters land, and so that many of the plants and animals do not survive. With more deforestation, the entire species can extinct. This is the biodiversity loss. Many wonderful species of plants and animals have been lost, and many other remain endangered. As each species of an ecosystem rely upon other species, loss of one species can have far-reaching consequences for the other species. We lose about 50 to 100 species of animals each day due to the destruction of their habitats. Effect on local people. There are many people depending on forest for survival and using them to hunt and gather raw products for their small-scale agriculture processes. As we know, no organism can live without oxygen. And if trees are cut, it will definitely lead to the depletion of oxygen. Carbon dioxide and greenhouse gases occupy the air, promoting various diseases. The removal of trees and other types of vegetation will reduce food and shelter. How to control this deforestation? Trees are absolutely vital to life on Earth. Ending deforestation is the best chance to stabilize our climate, save wildlife species, and protect our well-being. Protecting the forest is our mutual responsibility. So here are some initiatives we can take to control this danger. Plant a tree. The most straightforward strategy to fight against deforestation is to plant a tree. Planting a tree could be considered a lifelong investment into the environment and a good mental health. Practice ecoforestry. Ecoforestry is a restorative method of forest management which is not based on economic productivity. In this practice, certain trees are selectively harvested while causing minimum damage to the rest of the forest. Help restore degraded forests. Restoration of degraded forests is a challenging task that takes decades and requires careful planning. It is not easy, but it is very necessary. What is wonderful about forest restoration is the ecosystem's capacity to perfectly recover. Use less paper. The demand for paper increases by 2 to 3% every year. This means that the paper industry is still consuming more and more trees. So it is very important to use less paper. Do not burn firewood excessively. Global forests suffer already a great deal of damage from excessive consumption. When we want to make a fire in fireplace, make sure a person burn wood from sustainably managed forests that have enough time to naturally regenerate. At last, I would say all nations should promote the regeneration of degraded forests, lands to increase permanent forest cover, reduce pressure on natural forest, conserve biodiversity, protect watersheds and soils, and stabilize climate. Forests should be honored not as a source of revenue, but as a global asset to be protected for the well-being of the globe.